Welcome to this webinar. My name is Maj-Britt Rosenmeier Olsen and I'm Associate Director at the European Water Association, the EWA. And on behalf of the EWA, I would like to welcome you all very much to this webinar, which is the second in our series on world skills. Today we are going to hear more about the skill number 55, the water technology skill, and we are going to learn what we can learn. We're going to hear what we can learn from our experiences from the 2019 WorldSkills in Kazan in Russia. To take us through this journey, we have Rüdiger Heidebrecht to do the moderation. Rüdiger is the Head of Training and International Cooperation at the German Association of Water, Wastewater and Waste, the DWA. Rüdiger, welcome to you and to all the participants and the speakers. Welcome also to all of you. I hope you enjoyed the webinar.
We expected to have Hilmar Tetsch with us. He's a chief expert for WorldSkills Germany and in the water technology, but he couldn't make it, but he sent us a video. So I would like to show you the video, and I have to check. You see my screen already, yeah? Yeah, okay, so I will play the video now from Hilmar Tetsch.
Dear participants, a warm welcome from my side. My name is Hilmar Tetsch and I'm the WorldSkills Chief Expert for Skill 55, Water Technology. Normally I would speak personally to you at this webinar, but unfortunately I'm struggling with some time problems. Therefore, my colleague Hamza Lekbisi from Adiro will forward the presentation to you. Hamza is also well experienced in skill competition and the assessment procedure, so he can give you the correct answers. At least enjoy the webinar and don't hesitate to contact me if you need more information about water technology or the skill competition. So best regards and goodbye.
Okay, that was a welcome. Now, stop. Not again. Okay, we heard Hilmar, and he's doing that since early beginning. He started in 2013 as well, when we started the water technology exercise journey in Leipzig, and since then he's very active in Germany about that. So what is this webinar about? We want to show what we learned in Kazan last year. It's nearly more than just a year back that we have been in Kazan, and every country showed up at that time. We had a very nice platform over there. We had 11 countries, and 2 participants are with us today. Aswanta, who won the gold medal with the Chinese colleague, and the third was Singapore, and Lucas Kohl from Germany. He made place 5 and won also sustainability extra prize. And so you get an idea what are the tasks from Kazan, what we learned, what we did in Kazan, and we see 2 participants who give us their personal perspectives, how that changed their life and what are they doing now, how they trained to go to Kazan and what happened after Kazan. That is also interesting. So we don't want to spoil too much time, and I would like to check how I can hand over. Where is this? Maj-Britt, can you help me to translate, to hand over? I don't see the names anymore. Okay. I don't hear you, Maj-Britt. Oh yeah, okay. So Hamza, it's your turn. Show us what we learned in Kazan, and the other ones we stay quiet and see you later. Your mic.
Yes, perfect. So now. So you see my screen? Everything is okay? We can start?
Yes, it's fine. I see your screen and I see you, and you can start now.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So thank you for joining us today for this webinar. My presentation will be about the competition task and assessment. My name is Hamza Lekbisi and I work at Adiro Automatisierungstechnik in Esslingen, Germany. So first of all, I will just explain you who we are at Diro. So we're a competence center for Festo for process automation. We work in two different branches: industrial automation and didactic. Industrial automation with focus on robotic, and didactic with focus in process and environmental automation. In our company, we're responsible about developing the equipment that we use in the water technology competition. Plus, also we help in developing the exercise and that we will use during the competition. It was during Abu Dhabi and also during Kazan last time that we also worked very close in a close relationship with the skill manager, Mr. Rodrigo, in order to bring really good exercises to the competition, so we have a fair competition. First of all, I will start with the technical description. So each competition in the WorldSkills has a technical description. You can also go to the website of the WorldSkills and you can download it and read it. So this document, what's its job? It helps us to guide us throughout the competition, so you can see what type of exercise should be offered, and also who are the person responsible about the competition. You see also, for example, what type of equipment. This is a question we get a lot. What type of equipment can the participant bring with him in order to help him during the competition? You can also see who are the person in case you have question you have to address. So who are these persons? The main here, I will explain the main persons here from this technical description that you will get to know during the competition are the other experts. So each country, when he said the participant, he sent also with him an expert. There is, in this expert, there is a chief expert. So he's voted every time at the end of the competition. So we do a vote, and then only the experts can vote who gonna be the next chief expert. The chief expert, he has a deputy chief expert. It's also been voted by the other expert. And with the skill manager, the skill competition manager, these three person are the skill management team. So they're the one that help guide the competition with their leadership. When you have question, they're the one you have to talk to them, and also they're the one also helping explaining all what we do during the competition. So these three persons are your main contact, or the first contact you have when you are in the competition. I will move. So during the competition, we have different model that we need to test or to assess. I will start with the first model. So it's the water and wastewater treatment process. The maximum point you can get from it is 12 marks. During this, in Kazan, we use the virtual reality. So the participant each day, we have different exercises for each day. He starts, the first exercise he does is that he put the headset, he goes into the waste treatment plant, the virtual, and he needs to solve exercises and tasks. At the end, we get an Excel table with all what he did. So the software is already programmed for that. And we get an Excel table with everything that he did during the exercise, and also we get a score. So in this case, the software is calculating the score by itself. And then, of course, we know what is the highest score that is possible to achieve, and we see, okay, this person achieved the high score, he will get 12 marks. This person achieved, I don't know, half the score, he will get only 6. So it's only an interpretation of the data. Okay, so this is the first model. It's the easiest one from my side. We move to the model B. This is it gives you a 30 marks. And this is one of the main models we have in the competition. Last time in Kazan, we did 3 tests. So there was the jar test protocol to know the flocculation and coagulation, how much you will put. There was a potentiometric titration protocol, and there was spectrophotometric analysis. So this is only chemistry, let's say. How we assess the participant. The participant is assessed based on the sample taken, how he take the sample. Is he messy? Is he doing it the right way, following the standard? the labeling. Of course, when you take samples, you have to label it, because you can put it in a beaker, don't label it, come back later, you see, oh, which beaker is the one I have my coagulant or flocculant inside. We do also, depends on the exercise, either water, drinking water, or wastewater and sludge analysis. Of course, we don't use real wastewater, we create a synthetic wastewater. There is also, you have to take the data you achieved, you have to put it in operation diary, and also you have to interpret the values. You cannot just tell us, okay, the value for pH was 7 and let it like that. No, you have to tell us what does it mean for the process. So this is the model of the laboratory. Another model is the mechanical maintenance in the water waste treatment plant. This is, in this model, you get 24 marks as the maximum. You have two exercises. One deal with the valve maintenance, and the other deal with the pump fault finding and maintenance. The station we use here is the station produced by us, Adiro and also Festo. It's a station where it simulates as a pressurized system. So we try to simulate a real waste treatment plant. You have a tank. This tank have 100 liter. And also you have pump, you have different apparatus, the same that you find in the real waste treatment plant. You have different valve. You have a slide valve, for example, the last time we used from Festo. So we come to the first exercise, which is the valve maintenance. We tell you, okay, there is a wear in the valve. Please take it from the system and change what you have to change, following what was asked in the exercise, and then put it back. The same for the pump. So in this case, you have to follow some step. You cannot just, there is 100 liter over your head. So you have to wear security a headset, for example. You have to use goggles. You have to put your gloves. You have to have the right shoes. So all of this are being assessed. And then, of course, you follow a step by step. And the exercise, even you can train it, of course, but when you come to the competition, you have to read the exercise. You cannot just go and say, okay, they asked me to change something inside the pump. I have to disassemble it, all of it. No, you need to see, okay, this is what I need to do. For example, is in the first chamber, so I need only to take out the first chamber. And this is it's very important to read the exercise, because the last time there was unnecessary sometimes work. Person that disassembled the whole pump without the need to do it. So in this exercise, you see pictures. This is, in the first picture is Lucas. The second picture is the participant for Iran. And you see both of them are really concentrated. And these exercises, or both exercises, are very demanding, because for the pump station, for example, when you have to find the fault and assess it and fix it, it's a 3 hours exercise. So that means you start the first hour very concentrated, then little by little your concentrated goes down, and then your frustration goes up. So you have also to manage this, or to train yourself in how to handle with stress, because you're doing it in a way that it's a lot of visitors visit you, a lot of visitors takes pictures. So this is add a little bit of complexity. So you have to be careful with this. So what we look for, how you maintain your pump and valve, how you do your visual inspection, the inventory. If you used or changed something, you have to tell us, or you have to write it. You cannot just go to the inventory, pick up whenever you need to do, or whatever tool you need, or whatever anything that you use in the pump screw, for example, you take it without telling the inventory manager. So you have to be careful with this. Of course, when you finish, you tell that you're finished, and we check it. And also when you disconnect and connect the pump, you have to do it properly, because there is some step that you need to read the exercise, need the manual in order to know it. So this is the model C. The model D, it deals with the automation in the water and wastewater treatment plant. So in this type of exercise, we use also equipment from Adiro Festo. It's called the EDS Water Management and the Educate PA Advanced. So for the EDS Water Management, each competition, Abu Dhabi, we use the sand filter, and in Kazan, we use, for example, another station, the wastewater treatment. What we do during this exercise, so we have a process in front of us. We go in the exercise, we say, for example, in Kazan, you have a waste treatment plant. What is the main process here is the aeration. So we tell you, okay, We give you a simulation of exercise. We say that you have a city with a number of inhabitants. Is habitant produce COD? This COD, in order to be treated, we give you the equation, and then we tell you, okay, at the end, how much aeration you need in your tank, knowing that 100% of the aeration, the blower, gives you this amount. So you just need to transfer it to what we tell you. If we say, if you find in the exercise that you need only 35%, then you use only 35%. This is one exercise. The other exercise, it's a waste treatment plant, so there is a return sludge. You have to calculate how much return sludge you need to do. Of course, we provide everything. We provide you the equation. You just need to use a little bit of mathematics, let's say. It's not very difficult. It's easy for any operator to do. Then after that, we check the software, and you see if the values you did are correct or not. There is nothing to discuss here. It's a correct value, a yes or no. So this is, for example, in the first activated sludge monitoring and controlling. We have the water level control, equipment and sensor troubleshooting. This is, we use Educate PA. So what we do, you have a control of the water level. So there is different type of control. Which one you must use, this is your decision, and how you do it, this is also your decision. And here also we check the software, you take a screenshot, you can also put it in a report that we ask you to do, and then we come and we discuss if your solution is correct with the expert, of course. There is the troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is a little bit secret. So during the day, when we do the exercise in the morning, me and my colleague, for example, Thomas Schwab from Adiro, we go into a room, we close it, and then we create a problem in the station. We block a valve or we block the pump. So we give it back to you, then the exercise starts, and then you have, for example, in 1 hour to find the problem. Here, it's also, there is time management and there is also stress management, because you see, for example, the pump is not working, you have to make it working. How to do it? It can be electrical, it can be a blockage in the pump, it can be that the sensor or the connection to the computer is not correct. It's up to you to make a sort of matrix to say, okay, I have this problem, what could be the problems that cause this? And then you start to do it little by little, one by one, and then you will find the solution. This is the Model D. So here you see pictures. We have the competitor for Vietnam. He was looking at the energy consumption also, because we also calculate the energy consumption. And you also see the first picture, there is a big screen with a lot of screen on it. And this is what we check. So you take a screenshot of this, and then after that with the expert, we discuss it. So Model E, that's the last model. So we have documentation. This is the last day of the competition. You did many things. You changed a lot of the pump, you did the maintenance, you did the control of the waste treatment plant, for example, you did the troubleshooting, you took many screenshots, and you also did a lot of laboratory exercise. So now we tell you, okay, all the data you got during this 3 days, please put it in a report, interpret the data, the indicator, tell us what disturbance was in the wastewater treatment, how did you solve it with the screenshot that you did, and also you explain a little bit. It's easy, it's not very hard. The way I'm telling it, it looks a little bit high level interpretation or documentation, but no, it's easy. We give you also a document that you have to follow. So it's not very hard. It just takes a little bit of thinking. This is the Model E, the documentation, and you get 7 marks from it. So this is a question we get a lot. How do you assess it? We have 2 different types of assessment. We have the measurement, and we have the judgment. So the measurement, let's say, for example, you have this calculating how much aeration you need in your tank. We have the equation, it's a mathematical, you get a percentage. We come with the expert, 3 experts for each participant. They come, they say, okay, is it correct? Yes or no. If you see it, you get the full point. If it's no, you get 0 point. So it's already predetermined. This is easiest. The hardest is the judgment. So let's say you did the maintenance of the pump, you did assemble it. So you took it, you did again. You need to tighten the screw. How much, or what's the step you did before you did this? And this is a judgment, because some expert can say, he did it perfectly. I gave him a 3, which means an excellent and outstanding performance. Some others say, no, this is below the industry standard, so I give him a 0. In this case, it's not possible. There should be a discussion, and the difference between all the judges should not be more than 2 points. So if one give 3, the minimum what the other judges could give, it's 1. He cannot give 0. And this is, of course, the type of judgment that take a lot of time, a lot of discussion. And of course, the experts that are doing that are not the experts that are from the country. So if Germany, we're doing, for example, for Lucas, the judgment, of course, Hilmar, who's his expert, he cannot be there. So it's 3 other experts from other countries. And with this, we give, as I say, 0, 1, 2, or 3, depend on the performance. And of course, at the end of all the time, maybe the discussion sometimes is hard, but at the end, it's always finished in a good sense of humor and a good sense of friendship. This is my last, sorry. So this is some impression just to ask you that this water technology skills, the last time was the first time that it was official. It's very important for the WorldSkills to have certain skills in the competition, because it's about the future, about the green skills, about the green job. We cannot keep doing what we're doing to the water worldwide and hoping that it will solve itself solve itself alone. No, we have to push for it. We have to make this type of competition, because it bring people together from different culture, for different background, and then we discuss this and we try to push ourselves, or to push the standards of this type of work. And with this, we can make the world a better place. So with this, I finish my presentation. And of course, if you have any question, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Hamza. Thank you very much. Please, participants, use the chat as well to ask questions. At the end of the session, we have some time, hopefully, to answer some questions. Just to inform you how many people are in this session now, we are 28 names here on our list, and we have people from 13 countries. So there are also countries among you who not participated in the water technology skills, but that is something what we want to get in the future, that we attract more and more. You all get the PowerPoint slides, you all get more information. We opened the YouTube channel where you can see the videos from Kazan and from Abu Dhabi. So we want to get as much as information to countries who are not joined up to now. We are also open the Moodle platform so that you get the documentations. So we try to reach out and to attract more countries to join in. Hamza, thank you very much, and stay with us for the discussion. Lucas, if you come now I try to get Lucas. Lucas, you should be in there now, hopefully, yeah. And you can show your slides. So Lucas was one of the participants, and he's from Germany, a young guy who got educated in the vocational training. Lucas, how was the journey to Kazan? I think you've never been to Kazan. I also never been to Kazan. It was a great show. It was a great show. Tell us how you trained yourself, how was Kazan, and what happened after Kazan. It's your time now, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay, first of all, I hope you see all the presentation from me. Rüdiger?
Yes, it's good. It's fine.
Okay, good. Then I start now. Thanks for introducing me. First of all, I started the skill competition number 55 in water technology. There was something different for me now because I have to learn English. Yeah, that was for me a new experience. And yeah, now you see I'm on the 5th place and I'm the winner of the Sustainable Practice Award. But this was not the easiest way for me. First of all, I have to train much. You see here, I trained on the pump station. I have to train the chemistry. I have plan extra for me concepted by my government and by Hilmar Teach. Yeah, where you can see I have literally every month one session with Hilmar and one session in my normal work. So yeah, I started every month with 1 up to 2 weeks of training in Stuttgart by Hilmer. And yeah, we trained literally every day from Monday till Friday in the evenings. And yeah, there was not a lot of free time I had. So I was really stressed up, but it was a really nice experience. When I arrived home in Nuremberg, I had at least 2 weeks every month training. There I trained the pump station, the laboratory, chemistry, and I tried every day to, you see it in the next day on Fridays, English practice. Yeah, you heard maybe my English is not the best, but I try to make it good. Yeah. Yeah, every day read, work, and repeat. The meaning of this is we have the sheets where you can read what to do. And yeah, so just remember what Hamza said. You have the sheets where it stands what you can do. So if you read it, you have to work it and always repeat it that you learn it faster. Yeah, the next point, after every session, Hilma and me discuss about the mistakes and the optional points we can get. As Hamza said, you have 2 points. 1 point, the measurement, you can have yes or no. So if we do it correctly, we get the full points. That's the best of the thing we can do. Or if we do it not, no points. So we concentrated of this, on these points. Yeah, you can hear. It's the best thing you can do. Yeah, the judgment points. It's hard because there are different ways. There are multiple, experts who can discuss about it, and maybe you cannot get the full points. Yeah, in other ways, try to make the measurement points and get the full points. Yeah. At first, clean work session. Yeah, that means you have to work it correctly. You have always clean up your workstation. You have to write it correctly. You have to write it in a clean way, and yeah, then at least the competitive training. That means you're in a stress situation. That means you have time. People look at you, and maybe they say, "I would do it in another way," and that's how it makes it so stressful for participants. Yeah. Then I have my first international training with Hilma. We fly to Jordan. There we trained with the other guys you see in the picture, and it was a really nice experience for me because I was never to Jordan, and yeah, that's a grateful way to let your social network grow. And that's the other part of WorldSkills. Less people talk about it, but for me it's important too. Social network is the best thing you can have after the WorldSkills. Okay, except the #1 prize as Oswald. But yeah, that's the second way. Always, yeah. How should I say it? The best way you can do. Yeah, first of all, starting in Nuremberg, you see here the chart test. We tried in different ways to figure out what the best way is of the fluctuation, and yeah, then we go up to Stuttgart. There's the EDU kit in the pump station. We tried it in different ways, from 0 to hero. I said it, and always, yeah, we trained it. Like I said, every day from Friday. Yeah. Then we were in Cologne, Hilma and me. There we trained the official part. There other people can see me, and it's was a different way we trained before. But it was really funny too because other people can say their opinion. Yeah, then my impressions from WorldSkills, it was Jordan. We flew to other countries and visit them and yeah, train there. And yeah, then we were on our government. We had training in Germany. Yeah, we met people after the competition. We have a lot of fun. Then you see the opening ceremony. It was gigantic. You can't compare it to other yeah, things you have seen before. This was such a grateful day for me, and I was so surprised from this big evolution of WorldSkills. Started with less countries, and now we are in a big family. And yeah, you see it. It was gigantic. Yeah, then the impressions from the competition. You see it. There are different yeah, stations. You have to work on it, and as Hamza said, you have to concentrate all the time. You are, yeah, how should I say it? They judgment. They see every mistake you make, and so you have to be concentrated all the time. Yeah, and at least we worked together after the competition. It was really funny. We had the problem, and then we go together and fix it. Yeah, nothing is without the support. I have to say thank you to the DWA. That's where Rüdiger Heidebrecht is from. Yeah, I have to say thank you to Adiro for the training session. And I have to say thank you for Nürnberg who sent me there. Yeah, my future plans: certificate senior wastewater specialist, then maybe the engineer, keep on going on the tournaments and competition. And the most important thing, clean the wastewater in Nürnberg. Yeah, that's where I'm from. And at least always remember, water is life. We have to do something, and yeah, that's the way I go. So that was my presentation, and I'm thankful that you're here.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lucas. So how was the situation coming back from Kazan to your job? Did everybody say hello to you, or your boss came and shook the hand, or how was the situation?
Yeah, it was like you said, everyone was appreciated that I'm back. They are standing next to me and say, "Thank you, Lucas, that your representation Germany," and yeah, it was really funny for me because yeah, I didn't expect it.
So now in
Yeah.
the company, everybody knows you well, I most probably, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then now we go over. Please, participants, go to the chat and write down your questions. And we go now to India, to Aswanta. He won the gold medal, and he was the first one from India who got the gold medal. I think that is, again, something special. And please, Aswanta, you are at the university, and you also trained a lot. So how you prepared yourself, and going back home with a gold medal, I think that is something unique and something special. It's your turn now, Aswanta.
Thank you for the introduction, sir. First of all, thank you for the opportunity. So I can share my experience today, and thank you everyone for joining us today. So I'm Ashwata Narayana, and I have represented India in the skill of water technology at WorldSkills Kazan, and yeah, I would like with this presentation, I want to share how the journey was. And so if you see, this is the competition journey was for me. So basically we had multiple stages of competitions before the nationals to perform, to be able to represent the regions at the national competition. And the national competition was almost 10 months before the actual WorldSkills competition. And it was a new experience, and it was like one of the biggest experiences one can have going through all this process. It's not just going there and competing, but it's about learning from the experience, from the journey. So it's the most valuable experience that one could have. And at the national competition, like, it was new. Basically, water technology was new for everyone because it was a new skill. And my background was industrial automation. I am basically an electronics and instrumentation engineer, and I was still doing my bachelor's. I was in my final year of the course, and yeah, that's when this competition I came across this competition, and water technology had something to offer for me, where I can try and actually learn more, showcase my skill sets. So I thought this is one of those skills where I can really perform better. But there was a lot of surprise, because it's not just one thing in this skill. It's a multidisciplinary thing, as Hamza has already explained how the tasks are actually divided, and in the previous webinar, Mr. Rodrigo has also spoken about it. So yeah, for me, there were many challenges that I had to deal with, but at the national competition, where with the available resources at that point of time, the competition was conducted, and I stood first there. And winning at India Skills 2018 was like one of the biggest positive thing, because at that point of time, I was just thinking that I think I just have to not let go this opportunity of representing the nation at a world platform. And then the level of seriousness that went into the preparation has changed it completely. And in this, I have also gained a lot of experience, and I have opportunity a lot from the colleague from other countries at the same time, from which I'll be talking about. So almost 5 6 months boot training and Contesto in association with WorldSkills Journey, and all the competitors of water technology were invited to this training camp. And this is where actually I got to see what's the actual scope of the skill. Like, I mean, the what's the level of expertise one needs to have in this particular skill. And we were actually we were actually shown what and all are the aspects that we need to train, and what's the kind of relevance to these particular tasks in real life situations. So we had treatment plant visits and many things. And the best thing, as Lucas said, is getting together from across the globe. It was the best part, getting to meet some amazing people. So that's something which this competition brings. It's not just about going there and performing and becoming the best. It's all about learning from each other. So it was an amazing experience. Hamza from Adiro was also there in India. So my institute has arranged training for me. So there was a lot of support offered by my institute, and all my trainers at the institute, including my expert from India. So it was a great experience training at different parts of the world, and coming back to home country and training for the competition again. So it was a unique experience. So moving on, these are some impressions from the training we had in India. So this was before the competition, 3 4 months before the competition. And we actually had some unexpected challenges in terms of environment, and like we had a tropical cyclone hit our city, the city where I live in, and we literally lost some 20-25 effective days of training, which was a big loss. And I just came back from Germany boot camp training, and with all that enthusiasm to do well, to do better at the competition, it was like a huge uh, setback. So we had to gain the momentum back, and as soon as things got back in place, we really had to uh, give our best to actually train and get ready for the competition. So as I already said, not being from the chemical engineering background, I had to deal with the challenges in uh, laboratory work, which involved us to perform chemical and biological analysis of various water samples. So I had a little experience prior to the competition, but yeah, that is one area where I had to work a lot. And uh, these are a few impressions from my training. So my institute has also arranged an expert from South Africa, Mr. Hugo van Nieuwkerk. He has come to India for 1 month before the competition, and this was some intense amount of training we were doing every day, day in, day out, for a month. And our focus was not to actually do everything, but try and do learn what we can achieve from, like, from the learnings that we have from each and every practice sessions that we had. And there were simulations of the competition, and yeah, there was SWOT analysis being done. So there's a lot going around, and there's also time factor thing. So yeah, I had to manage the stress, and that's the main thing. And managing the stress was the most crucial aspect. So I actually learned that as well in this process. So yeah, uh, and once the training was done, again, we had the big team of 46 members, competitors, going to Kazan representing the country. So it was a proud feeling altogether. And after reaching Kazan, it was incredible to see how many countries have come together, how many people have come together, 1,300 odd competitors, many visitors coming to the opening ceremony, and it was held in Vietnam. The FIFA Cup was held, and it was like all of that. And again, we had to remain focused on why we are there, and there comes a responsibility as well, that you're representing your country. It's not just you're going there and uh, just performing at the competition. So these are a few impressions from the tasks that we had. From all the 4 major modules, so mechanical maintenance, chemical and biological analysis, automation, and other modules. So these are few impressions from me performing at the competition. So it was really intense, like as Lucas rightly said, the environment was very tense. So there were a lot of visitors coming and moving around. So we had to remain focused on our task and not get carried away. And also the expectations also were there, like you just should not get carried away. And my expert has supported a lot in terms of not putting pressure on me. So I was trying to keep calm and do what I can do the best, and not really get carried away with the end results. And that's very important, because managing the stress is what I feel is one of the most important aspect at this competition. And yeah, the 4-day competition was very exciting. We had ups and downs. It was not the best day every day, but yes, again, it was a mixed thing. And going back and thinking about the next day is important, rather than thinking about what went wrong. Too much of attention to what already went wrong would ruin the coming days as well. So we had to have the right mindset, and I should thank everyone who was standing by me in the process. They really didn't let me actually have a lot of pressure on me mentally. So yeah, moving on. Again, as Lucas rightly said, I think the best thing that this competition brings is you get to meet some amazing people. And at the competition, though the 4-day competition was intense and we were focused on our work, in between, when we didn't have the tasks going on, and after the competition we got to fix some problems. Lucas has shown few images. So working together, and it's a great friendship that we had, and especially Lucas and me, Joan from Singapore. We really got together very well, and it's like I found a few of my best friends in this journey, I should say. So, and then the big day where the closing ceremony happened. So it was intense. Like until then, I really didn't have the thought of what would be the result, because I have done my best, and I really did not think too much about what's going to happen. But once we were there in the closing ceremony, the entire setup was so intense that I really couldn't keep calm anymore. Like there was this thought of what's going to happen, and when what technology competitors were called up on the stage and my name was there, we didn't know what were the positions, and we had to wait for almost 5 minutes until we walked down to the stage and just wait there. So it was really an amazing thing to know it on the spot what was the result. And it's like one of the proudest moment of my life, holding the national flag on a world stage, and winning the first gold medal for my country at this competition. India has been participating since 2009, and this is the first gold medal that we have won at this competition. And I also went on to become the best of nation in the WorldSkills Kazan competition. So I was also awarded that medal. But yeah, it's the best moment of my life. It's already been a year. I couldn't believe it that it's already a year. And yeah, moving on. These are a few impressions from the winner circle, and later on when I came back to India, it was a grand reception at the airport. I was like very surprised to see many of the students from my institute and my professors during my bachelor's and all. Many have come to congratulate me at the airport. It was like one of the best moments, I should say. There were many people who congratulated my achievement, and it was a proud feeling. This was more overwhelming than the actual winning moment, I should say. So then later on, the ministry, central ministry for skill development and entrepreneurship, and the regional government for the state that I live in, all of them have also felicitated me. Various other organizations have also recognized my achievement and have invited for some talks where I had to share my journey. And yeah, various organizations have felicitated, and especially the ones from the ministries here to see. I was also invited during this COVID pandemic time. There were a lot of activities going on online and on various forums. I have had the privilege to actually speak, share my experience, and motivate some young people to take up a skill, because learning a skill is going to do a lot, like, and maybe taking it to next level by competing at this competition would be something that's going to be a life-changing experience. and examples are there here. Later on, my institute has also partnered with the WorldSkills India to do a webinar series. And in this, I had a role to play where I had to share my experience. At the same time, knowledge sharing was done. And this effort was also recognized by WorldSkills International. And on the occasion of World Youth Skills Day this year, they have published an article about what we have done. And that was really motivating. And yeah, many such activities happened, and what I felt was more than winning, coming back, and when someone comes to you and says that your journey was really inspiring and we want to do this, that's more overwhelming than the actual achievement to me. And many such individuals have said this, and yeah, and now I have also made a decision in terms of my next steps in career. And actually, I should also thank WorldSkills, because if I would not have competed at this competition, if I would not have represented and been through all this, then maybe things would have been different for me. And now I have decided to do my master's, uh, and there's a lot of support offered from the people who are involved in this process as well. So that's more amazing. And yeah, with this I would like to conclude my presentation. Skills change lives, yes, and I think uh, that's something that we have really lived through that experience. And yeah, thank you everyone.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Aswanta, for this talk about your journey. I think you had a long journey, and I think we can see. I asked the other participants to come back to the screen, so we have some minutes time for discussion. But I think, Aswanta, it was a long journey, as you explained. It was a hard training and a lot of effort be done into that. Also, Lucas showed us it's not an easy thing to do. I think it's a time changing and time consuming thing. I think that is clear. But also, as I can see that you said, the communication skills, stress skills, it's not only the technical things which are changing and which are important, it's also the social and stress skills. I think that is important. Lucas, just a question to you. Your company, your colleagues, what was the recognition? You are not a gold medalist. I can say that the gold medalist, of course, he gets the winner takes it all. But
Yeah.
place number 5 is also good, and I'm sure. I think Vietnam was number 6, and all the other countries. How that changed it? Of course, you did not got to the gold medal, but you got a good 5th place. But how that is important for you and your family and your recognition in the company.
Yeah, at first they was a really bit they were a really bit surprised, because I trained really hard for this competition, but at the end they were really proud that I do this for Germany, and yeah, it was really nice.
Hamza, what you saw all the people and how they are stressed, and from Iran and from Belarus. So what do you tell young people when they start training? How they should prepare themselves?
Normally what I say, look, when you train in a situation where you have control over everything. The door is closed. There is no music. So basically your train, it's not the same when you have to do the thing. It's like a football player, playing with your brothers is not the same as playing in front of 500. It's not the same as playing in 10,000. The stress, when it goes up, your brain stop working. And you have to train yourself in a situation. I don't know, put music loud, ask people to come next to you to make you like really uncomfortable in your skin, that you have to overcome all these challenges in order to really do it well. And this is what we try to implement in our training, that you have to train in situations that it's not optimal. and
Yeah.
this is what will bring you to the next level, because everybody is training in the same way. Nice, no challenges, but not everyone is training in a situation that is a little bit stressed. So you have to become robust.
Yeah, you have to be robust and focused. I think that is very important for that. And of course, also it's very important that every nation has their own skill competition. Because as Svante said, there's a national competition in India, regional and national. I heard also from Iran, they have regional and national ones. In Germany, we have one on the IFAD in Munich every 2 years. We have also regional competition now in some areas in Germany. So it starts from the basic. It's like football is not, there are millions of young people playing football, but this now is a top level. But we need competitions on all levels, from the region to the national, to the European, and to the world level. I think that is also important to understand, that WorldSkills is not the top WorldSkills. It starts at the basics in every region, and learning in competition. I think that is something what every young person, every young girl, man are interested in, and I think we should use this kind of learning initiatives in the future to motivate other people. We come to an end, I think. Maybrit,
Yeah, we actually have a couple of questions here.
yeah, please.
First, we have a question for Lucas. Someone would like to know here if Lucas has adopted any specific training in his training to win the sustainability award.
Not really. We trained everything in our boot camp, and Hilma and me was only I should clean working. So I concentrated a lot of this. So it ended.
Don't waste too much material and be precisely, not to throw everything away. Then you're not winning the sustainability prize. So some more questions?
Yeah, there's a question also for Aswata. Do you want to work in the water sector later?
Yeah, yes, I would like to work and contribute towards the challenges that we have in India. And that's the reason that I have taken up the master's program in Germany. So yeah, hopefully the COVID situation and all will get better, and I'll be able to continue my studies. But yes, I would like to work towards the challenges that we have today.
I think these young people, they will be the trainer of tomorrow, I think, I'm sure.
Yeah, I am too.
So, Rüdiger, perhaps you'll just say a couple of remarks here about our next upcoming webinar, and then we will close.
Yes. So the next one is a series of webinars. What we have, the next one is on the 25th of November. As I said, you need to have your national skills competition. They don't have to be the same like WorldSkills. What we do in Germany, we do it on 2 days and during the IFAD, and we have a working group committee who organize these questions and the tasks. They are not the same what we do in WorldSkills. So next webinar, it's on the 25th of November, and we will explain what we do here in Germany, how we organize these kind of national skills competitions. We also, as Lucas showed already in Jordan, we worked for GIZ in Jordan, so we can give also some ideas how we did introduce this kind of skills competition in Jordan. So every nation, I think, should start with a national skills competition before sending somebody to WorldSkills. So next time, but I have to say we have to take a little bit money, because this is all for free, but next time we have to charge a little bit of money. And then we talked about how to organize a national skills competition, what you need, what to do. Of course, DWA, we are open to help other countries to do that. We have a lot of exercise, also Adiro, so they have a lot of machines and tasks. We can use the old things from WorldSkills, we can use old things from DWA. We have a lot of YouTube videos where you can see what we do in Germany. So, and also we will send an email to you. You get all the presentations, what you have seen today. You get also the link from the first webinar where we showed for the webinar for beginners, what is WorldSkills on a whole. We explained already 1 hour. and we want to explain more and more what is WorldSkills and how to learn in competitions. I think that is something motivating. You learn in school, you learn at university, you learn on your working place, but learning in competition is something special, and I think we want to motivate people to learn in competitions. So that is, I would ask everybody to join us on the 25th. Thanks to our participants and speakers for today. All the best for the youngsters to go the way, because you're still on the way to learn. I'm 64, I'm not on the way to learn anymore, but I'm still learning. So you have to keep running, and especially also digitalization comes more and more into the water sector. There's a lot of things will change the world, and we have to keep learning. I think that is very important. And WorldSkills is a platform for learning for all the different skills. And I'm happy that we have water technologies now on the platform, because water is a crucial thing in the world. We are 7.5 billion people just now. We will get to 9.5 billion people in the world, and water will not get more. It will be more scarcity in the world for sure. So it's strongly needed that we have good skilled workers and engineers in the future to come. Thanks a lot for joining us, and the participants, keep safe in Corona time, and I hope Corona will come over in the next 6 months, and then we can meet each other personally somewhere in the world. Thanks a lot.